everyone, in today's video I'm going to be making a lapis, another lapis piece of jewelry. This time it's going to be a necklace, and I'm going to be using the lapis that was sent to me by Victory Gems and Beads. As you know, and I always do make sure to link it in the video, they sent me a box of a variety of gemstones, and every week I bring you guys a tutorial with their stones, you know, using something from the box. So in today's video I thought I'd use these pencil shaped lapis that are really pretty, and they have a little bit of black in them, so I decided to incorporate this black spinel, these little rondelles with facets on them. They're really pretty and they sparkle really nice, so I thought it'd be fun to make a like dangly necklace. So without further ado, let's get into the tutorial and get it started. Okay, so as I mentioned, I'm using some of this little mini lapis. It looks like I believe it's 2mm lapis, and I'll be linking everything in the description box below in case you want to go check out their website. I do have a discount code with them. As you know, I am an ambassador, so if you do use the discount code or the link, I will be getting a small monetary compensation. So thank you so much if you do use it for supporting my channel. I'm also going to be using the pencil shaped lapis, and this one comes with a really cute tassel. As I mentioned previously in the unboxing video, when you order you will get full strands, which is really cool. You will get full strands. Some of them I don't have full strands because they wanted to send me as much variety as possible, but you will get full strands when you order any of their beads on their website. So like this one has 5 strings of spinel of this beautiful little rondelles. I really like spinel. It's so pretty. And like I said, the lapis I left 2 in case, you know, I wanted to do a pair of earrings to go with the necklace that I'm going to make. So I'm going to tell you what I'm going to be using. I'm going to be using this pencil lapis with the 2mm spinel. That's for the beads. You're also going to need some 22 gauge wire and some 18 gauge wire as well. And for the chain, we're just going to use, I have this really beautiful Rolo chain that I ordered from, I think I ordered it from Alibaba. I brought it from overseas because you can buy them in bulk. For tools, you're going to need the usual, your side cutters, a pair of round nose pliers, a pair of bent nose pliers, some nylon jaw pliers, which I love to use, and a pair of chain nose pliers, and of course either a ruler or a measuring tape. So alright, so to get started, we're gonna first start wire wrapping our stones. So I'm going to be using the 22 gauge wire, and I'm going to be working from the roll, as you see this roll here. So what I do is first you nice and warm up your wire with your fingers until, you know, that way it'll be nice and malleable to work with when you warm it up. And you just put the stone on here. Sometimes they're a little bit stubborn, but they will go through. Any larger than 22 gauge, they will not fit. So, and of course you have the snoring in the background as your ambiance music. All right, so what you're going to do is you're going to take your wire and bend it, and then hold it right there with your thumb and just start turning it around so that it starts just, and you can, you know, you have full control as to where you want your wire to swirl around. So we're just swirling it around the stone, going up towards the top wire that is sticking out. This wire is about 2 inches. So I'm just going to keep rolling it up till I like, you know, until I like how much it's wrapped. You can kind of play around with it until you get it to where you like it. And then I'm just going to give it 1 and 2 full wraps. That's all. And now we have the wire that you can cut off. So we cut this off here, And just kind of tuck in your wires, get them nice and around that wire, tucked around that wire. And now we're going to do from here, we're going to do a wrap loop by bending the wire. And then you can bring in your round nose pliers. And now you can grab the wire like that, roll it over, and change hands. And now you can just use your pliers or your hand. 22 gauge wire is not that hard, but you know, you definitely want to take care of your hands too, which are your main tools. So there we go. And now we're just going to cut this off here. And now we have our our sixth wrap stone. We're going to do that one more time. As always, I've already started it, so we wouldn't be here forever, but you can learn the technique. So here is, again, we're leaving about an inch and a half, and just where you know that you'll be able to comfortably make your loop, your wrap loop. And then again, I'm just going to bring it up like so, and then start winding it around. All right, and see, so like here, let me show you. I'm just gonna cut this off here. Like here, I see that it's kind of higher up, so I want to spread these waves a little further out so that they're kind of more, they're not uncovered everything. I thought for a while, and that's an idea for you if you don't mind, but I thought for a while I would add the little tiny spinel to it. That way the spinel would be wrapped around it. But I felt that it would cover up the beautiful designs on the stone. So I didn't want to cover that up with the spinel. So I added it as a side accent. So I'm gonna grab again our pliers, bend the wire, bring in your round nose pliers over, take your pliers out of the way, change your hands, and wrap until it meets up with the other little wraps. Okay, and then you can just kind of squeeze it in there, and then you can cut this off here. Make sure to hold on to your wire when you're going to snip it off, because it will fly everywhere. And it could hurt yours or somebody else's eyes. And even then, I still find wires all over the place. Which I try to, like I said, as much as I try to control it, because I have dogs, I don't want them stepping on it and hurting their little paws. But they still get away from me. Alright, so now what we're going to move on to is the spinel. And I did 7, like I said, there's 7, and then I left 2 for earrings. So like for a pair of matching earrings, you can just do something like this and put an ear wire on it, and you're good to go. You've got an exact pair. What I did here with the spinel is, and I'm doing 2, 2, and then 1 and 1. So again, we're gonna do simple loops, so we're able to open and close them easily in case we want to move them around. You don't have to cut off the wire there. So now I have a little cluster of four little rondelles, and again, I'm just going to take about this much. It's about, I want to say, a 1/4 inch, a little bit over, and then bend the wire that way. And then again, we bring in our round nose pliers. Make sure that nothing is sticking out here, so you have a perfectly round loop. And I might have had too much wire. See, sometimes I'm a little short, sometimes a little too much, but usually I get it right. But there are those days. So again, now I'm just going to, did I say I was working off the roll as well? I like to do that to save on wire. I'm just going to bend it now here 90 degrees, and again cut about this much and make sure that it's not sticking out on the other side so that it's nice and round. And there we go. And make sure, I like to make sure that they're even. I mean, I guess in this case it wouldn't matter, but it's just me. Fiddle with it a little bit. So now I have one. So now we make our next one. All right, so I'm done with the 7 pieces. I ended up putting 3. I think it'll give it better, that gradient. So now we're gonna do this. The next part is we're gonna work on making the frame for where to hang these on. So we're gonna take 10 inches of this 18 gauge wire, and you're just going to make sure that you go in the middle, bend it straight in the middle like that, and bring it slowly, cross it slowly. And if you want, what you can do is hold on to, not use this as a guide, but don't mar your wire, so that you can kind of keep it in the center if you want. Just kind of pull on that and gently just keep crossing those wires. And I'm literally not putting any pressure on these, on the pliers. I'm just holding so that it gives me the shape I want. So it keeps the wire steady for me. All right, and that is my first teardrop, just like that. And these are gonna look like this. And with your fingers, you want to warm it up. Make sure that these are nice, that this wire is nice and rounded to make your next loop. Like, keep warming this up, keep bending it a little more. So now what we're going to do is, again, take this, about not as large, it's not going to be as large as this big loop, but we're going to do our next loop. And again, just hold it. Oop. Just make sure that you're gently holding it with your round nose pliers and bringing your wire around here all the way till it hits. And then that's when you can continue the loop until you have this loop right there, just like that. And then we're going to do the same on this side. Make sure you have the same distance between the X part of the first loop, and so I think it's about there. The good thing is that you'll be able to fix it if there's more space. And since we put this wire over the top here, we're going to do the same situation here. We're going to bring it over the top so that everything is nice and even. And again, you can just change to this plier out here and continue to bring this here. And now we have these 2 loops right there. And again, we want to, with our fingers, give that wire a nice curve. Same on this side. If you feel that this space is wider right here than this one, you can always just what I call roll your loop. So you take it like here and you just kind of bring it a little bit further, and that will close the space between here and here. All right, so now we're going to do our next loop. And again, you want to make sure that you've got the same distance between here and this one here. So kind of, and I'm not measuring, I'm just eyeballing it. So now again, same situation. You're just gently pulling your wire around and changing to the other side and continuing your loop. I don't twist the actual pliers because I know exactly where I want my, I've already positioned my loop, so I want to keep my pliers stable or in the same place. See here, I see a little more distance, but I just fixed it. See the same distance here. It still seems a little bit wider for me, so I'm just going to roll it a little more And now I've got, I believe it looks like the same spacing. Yes. And with the warmth of your hand, and then you're also at the same time work hardening the wire. When I say work hardening, you probably, if you've done jewelry for a while, you know, but for the new people, work hardening means that your the particles or the cells, I don't know what to call it, I think it's like the particles of the metal is being moved, and there's causing like friction. That's why when you bend the wire back and forth several times, it breaks, because you've hardened that wire so much that you've made it brittle. It's no longer soft like this wire is. So that's hardening your wire. So here all you need to do is, I'm gonna do is, since we don't have that much left, I'm going to just make a simple loop. So all I'm going to do is bring this up like that and grab the end, make a small little simple loop. So now we have that where we will, and again, where we will hang our chain. Again, bring this, bring it up. Is it going down? Yes. And grab our end and just twist it. This is where you can make your little adjustments. All right, so now, look at me, there I go. I need to leave it alone. Leave it alone. All right, how does that look? Perfect. So now that we have this ready to go, now we can do our chain. And it really depends on the size that you want. So I want this to be more of a princess length. So it's about 19 inches. So let's measure, first of all, let's measure how much we have with this frame here. Yeah, because I don't think it would be good if it's too long. So we've got 3, so we got 16. So we need 8 inches of wire on each side, approximately. Because if we make it too long, I think it would look a little awkward. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments down below. So 8 inches of chain. And the nice thing about Rolo chain is that you could just open these little loops to take it off. You don't need to cut. The key is finding the slit in these chains. Sometimes I get too frustrated and I just cut it. Like I'm about to do it right about now if I don't find it. I think it's here. So I'm just going to grab my bent nose pliers. There. Take that off. Close that one back up. Perfect. And then another. And just to make sure that they're even, I'd always like to match it up with the piece that I cut. All right. So now we're going to take our frame and open our little loop and add our chain like that. Other side. There. Even like that, if you didn't have anything, if you just made the chain with this, like the wire, and that looked just pretty, just like that as a wire shape. You just want something simple. But let's put our little beautiful stones on it. So this one goes here. Just flip it over. Be a lot easier. And okay, so I have finished it. You'll see it on the bust at the end of this video, so stay tuned for that. But this is what it looks like. I think it turned out really cute. I think it'll look really pretty once it's up in once it's hanging. I don't know if you can, but this is what it looks like so far. I think it'll be really pretty. And then all I did was put 2 jump rings. I got 2 jump rings here. I did do 18 gauge jump rings because I wanted it to be nice and sturdy, because the stones aren't too heavy, but they are kind of once they're all together, they're a little kind of on the heavier side. So then I've got the jump ring, and then I've got a, hopefully this fits through this. There, yes it does. I got a lobster claw clasp, and where's my other? And then I'm just going to use my bent nose pliers to, there we go, to put it on. Okay, you guys, so here is the finished necklace. What do you guys think? I think it's going to look really pretty. Once you guys see it on the bust, you'll have to let me know in the comments down below if you liked it. And if it's something that you would recreate, you can definitely use this type of lapis, or you can use any of the other natural stones from Victory Gems and Beads. I highly suggest you visit their website so you can see all the beautiful beads that they're adding every day. They're slowly adding more and more to their website. It's a, I believe it was recently redesigned. They're constantly uploading new gemstones, so definitely check that out. Again, the link is going to be in the description box below. Thank you again to Victory Gems and Beads for sending me these beautiful gemstones. This lapis is gorgeous. I love the pencil style. I really didn't have, at first I didn't know what I was going to make, and it just, sometimes it just ding, it happens. So let me know what you guys think again. And if you're new to my channel and you want to see more videos like this, tutorials, unboxings, then I highly suggest you hit that subscribe button and the bell that's right next to it so you get notified the next time I upload a new video. If you reached until now, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate each and every one of you. And as always, please stay safe and healthy, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.